stacking dollars to the perfect height. Fuck your love, yeah, don't pay the bills. We need no, yeah. Fuck your love, it don't pay the bills. You can keep your fake love, I'ma keep it real. Every song I'm on, you know I always keep the feel. Nigga tryna hold me back, but fuck it, I'ma kill him still. More money, you know I'ma stack it up. More money, you know I'ma rack it up. More money, all these fools be acting up. Everything I talk about, you know I can back it up. Yeah. Last time I checked, I'm all about my money, bitch. So don't get it twisted, fuck that lovey-dovey shit. If money's like a woman, you know I'm a rubber clit and stroke that pussy good, so you know that she be coming quick. Lions, rhinos, buffaloes, and elephants and leopards. This money's bringing me to life like I'm evanescent. Never thinking about the past, so I'm ever present. So my future's looking brighter with some bitter blessings. Blessings, lessons that I'm learning every single day I grow. So complacency is something that I've never known. I'm living in a land where only fucking rebels roam with fire that can keep the sweat dripping off the devil's nose. Fuck your love, it don't pay the bills. You can keep your fake love, I'ma keep it real. Every song I'm on, you know I always keep the feel. Nigga tryna hold me back, but fuck it, I'ma kill him still. More money, you know I'ma stack it up. More money, you know I'ma rack it up. More money, all these fools be acting up. Everything I talk about, you know I can back it up.
I'm just trying to get my bread right now, cause I'm 200 G's in the red right now. Money problems fucking on my head right now. It's 2 a.m. and I ain't in the bed right now. Fuck beef, I just really need a friend right now. Talk shit.
Hey, that's during the it starts again. 10 p.m. It's Thursday evening. I'm Richelieu. It's the meetup. What kind, everybody? Melanie Tirumani, welcome, man. I started a bit early today. We lost our previous show due to load shedding, because you know the load shedding can happen, right? You can have no warning. For me, the worst. Hello, Melanie, and hello, Celeste. I'm very cold. Of course, I'm very cold. This is Johannesburg. This is not Durban. This is real. Let me see what are we sitting on? Are we sitting on? It's the right now. It's sitting on 8. You see, it's a real 8. That's a real 8. In Durban, if it was 8, they will close Durban down. Facebook would be overloaded with everybody. Hey, it's windy. Durban was 15. You were complaining. It's 8 now. It's not even the bottom. Can you see there? They're still gonna go more. 7, 6. It's a countdown. By the time it gets to sunrise, it's 1. But I know it's snowing on the Bergs. And you know when it snows in Drakensberg, it gets cold. That cold wind in Durban. So yeah, wear puffy jackets in the house. That's our role. Save electricity. No need for the heater. So yeah, but it's a scary that I knew the words to the track that you just played. You did. How you know this song, Celeste? This is my first time hearing this song. You knew the words. Well done. You play music, so you should know some things. So well done to you. You're gonna get a free CD in 2030. 2030, they're giving away free CDs. This week has been crazy. I actually had a good. You know, the thing is, social media can be it can be what? It can be tiring and draining, right? But this week I enjoyed myself. Like, it's been a while since I've actually had like fun, because I like talking shit. So I had this thing where I was just talking cack about Newlands East, and then talking about my hood, and all the people from the hood jumped onto it, and they all started talking about Newlands and the old days and that type of shit. That's pretty cool, bro, because you start to remember all the things. Because you know, back in the day, if you were a hustler, you were a hustler. Like even today, you're a hustler, you're walking around the gully, everyone knows you, it's fine. But then we forget about you after like 5 years. But like now, all those stories are coming back. Like everyone's like, yeah, remember this price or hustler on the corner of this road? Remember that price? And everyone used to give you a taxi fare back in the thing. So it's been crazy, but I've been trying to think of all the things. You know what I mean? Trying to think of all the things that happened in the gully back in the day. And the funny thing is, I was thinking about you know, they had Willie's, right? Everybody knows Willie's. So TRO made Willie's famous with the sign "Don't Bump Here." When I first saw that sign at Willie's that said "Don't Bump Here," I thought that the sign, because the sign was right by the car park, right? If you ever been to Willie's Day in Newlands, it used to say "Don't bump here" on the wall. But the thing is, it was written obviously by the O's from the gully, because they were saying "Don't come here" and bump. But I thought, because it was so close to the car park, I thought it meant "Don't bump here." You know what I mean? I thought it means if you're coming to park here, don't come too close to this wall and bump the wall. So I was very I misconstrued that message long time ago. Gavin J. Louis, good evening, Richelieu B and the Rockers. If it ain't snowing, it's not cold. Where you from? Where you from, Gavin? This is an interactive show. I know everybody that's here. Megan Kim. Hello, Megan Kim Herbs. That's a nice surname, Herbs. Very, very, very vegan. Where's this? Oh, Gavin, where you from, Gavin? If it's not snowing, it's not cold. We from Durban, brah. Durban, we swim. You know what I mean? We swim during the winter. So for me, I've been in Joburg from 2009, 2010. But I can't adjust, bro. People act like they can adjust. Even those people that are in London, they always tell you, oh, bro, in London, it's -3. I'm like, I don't give a fuck. Where I am, it's 9, but it's cold, bro. I don't care how cold you feeling. I'm also cold. I'm cold where I am. And I was thinking, so today I got a lot of, Megan Kim Herbs that's my business page. You sell herbs. Okay. Like what type of herbs? The ones that you can smoke or the ones that are good in a tossed salad? So I was thinking today because I got a lot of phone calls, right? What kind Kawi? A long time, cuz. I got a lot of phone calls today from a number, right? And this number, every time I answered, I never hear nothing. It was like a call center or something. And I could hear people in the background buzzing. So, and I'm weird. I call him back because they call me like 5 times by 8 in the morning. So I'm like, yo, maybe someone died, right? I'll call his number back. No one's answering. But but then I remember this thing because I used to like doing these. So I used to do like these pranks, right? But I do pranks. I've told you guys before. When I do pranks on. I'm a private pranker, right? I prank quietly. I hit my pranks. Nobody knows I hit the prank. I carry on with my life, right? What kind is? And I hit this prank on my bra, and I'm not proud of it because I thought about it today, right? Because of the whole someone phoning me the whole day, and my one bra, he just got a license now recently. It's maybe about a month ago. His name is Charles, and I called him from a private number for about 3 months. I'll call him from a private number for like 3 months, but I'll call him like every day, right? And every time he answered the phone, I will put the phone down. So I'll be 1-2 times I'll be with him and we'll be talking, whatever. And I'll just play my phone I'll hold my phone, I'll check his number, I'll dial him. As soon as he gets up, he say, hey, sorry, brother. And he always had this thing of he always makes a call more important than what's happening, right? So when his phone rings, he'll always be like, hey, sorry, my man. Hey, he'll walk one side to take his phone call. So I have to do this to him. Every time I check him, I'll hit him with the private number. He gets up and he walks to the side. When he walks to the side, I'll cut the call. Every time. Like we're going to the Joel. Every time we walk getting ready to go to the club, he goes to the club. I know he's going to the Joel. Just when I see him there, I phone him. Hey, I put the phone down. Hey, one day he said to me, hey, bro, I'm getting sick of this here. I need to phone my network. I need to find out how these others getting my number. They're dropping the call one way. And, but I told him one day, I said to him, I said, hey, bro, remember that time you're getting a whole lot of missed calls from a private number and you're always dropping the call? I said, yeah, it was me, bro. He truly said for 3 months. I said, yeah, cuz. I dropped the call of my own, bro, for 3 months, you see. Hello, Corinne. Welcome. Charlotte Smith says I'm looking warm. You're jealous of the fact that I'm warm. Why is everybody? You don't all comments on the fact that I'm looking warm, but you want me to feel cold. You want me all to sit here and just feel cold. I'm feeling warm. I got a warm drink. See, warm. Everything warm. So welcome, man. So the show. Thanks for coming out because the show before this didn't happen, so I got a little bit nervous. For those who pulled in late, Gavin J. Louis used in the States at the moment. Hey, cuz, I need your contact because I'm always buying jackets and I need a contact there that can pick up for me, cuz. Let's be friends. And so I started with this song, which was from our guest. I'm gonna play a bit of it now for you because I think it sounds pretty cool. I'm gonna introduce you now in a second and we're gonna listen to this shit together. And looking warm. It's warm in my house. No, it's not warm in my house. My dear house. My house is cold. It's always cold. When it's hot outside, it's cool inside. When it's cold outside, it's cold inside. It's even colder inside. So I'm excited to bring on this next the guest now. The intro to the song. You can hear it's like 4 bars. Let's wait for it to get in. I don't know. I said Jackie June, I'm dropping.
Stacking dollars to the perfect height. Fuck your love. Yeah. Don't pay the bills. We need no. Yeah. Fuck your love. It don't pay the bills. You can keep your fake love, I'ma keep it real. Every song I'm on, you know I always keep the feel. Nigga tryna hold me back, but fuck it, I'ma kill him still. More money, you know I'ma stack it up. More money, you know I'ma rack it up. More money, all these fools be acting up. Everything I talk about, you know I can back it up. Last time I checked, I'm all about my money, bitch. So don't get it twisted, fuck that lovey-dovey shit. If money's like a woman, you know I'm a rubber kid and stroke that pussy good, so you know that she be coming quick. Lions, rhinos, buffaloes, and elephants and leopards. This money's bringing me to life like I'm evanescent. Never thinking about the past, so I'm ever present. So my future's looking brighter with some bitter blessings. Blessings, lessons that I'm learning every single day I grow. So
That's bringing me to life like I'm evanescent. Why are you playing music at the same time? Sorry, man, I couldn't help but speak. I was so excited by the song. I was like, yo, this guy is talking about money and sex at the same time. So this, then it's rap, that, because that's what you speak about. If you're a rapper, you got to talk about it. Like, no rapper comes on and just talks about the P word. There was a P word in there. There's a church, so, but the P word was in there. So, if you're a rapper, you got to talk about that shit. Like, no rapper ever comes on and be like, yo, and talk about normal shit, like I went to the shop and I'm like, no, bruh, you have to talk about money, weed, alcohol, bitches. That's like the first four ingredients. But anyway, Trey, I'm gonna bring my guest in now. He's sitting in the bottom, he's hanging out there. Let me see if I can load the horns, because you know me. Sometimes I can load the horns, sometimes I can't. But anyway, Trey, the horns is loaded. So, ladies and gents, just put some claps there in the comments. I know he's going to be reading along. Put some claps in the comments. Please pay attention, stay here, ask some questions. Let's keep it interactive. I haven't been in a while because the load shedding, I don't know when the load shedding is going to happen, right? So, it's not going to happen today, but I don't know it's going to happen next week. So, we all here today and we're here. So, let's all pay attention and let's all put the comments in there. Are we? Let's put your hands together. Show some claps in the comments for our guests for today, all the way from the Bugs. I don't have no bras in the Bugs. This is going to be my first bras, bra. Make some noise for Riggz. As he comes in, let's play the horns if the horns work. Oh, yeah, special guest, he got horns, and then he disappeared. He died. I can't get it Christmas. Oh, he disappeared. All right. But our guest got cold feet, so to speak. You see, if he was just as warm as me, he could have been still here. But then he got cold feet. So hopefully he'll come back. Let's see what happens. Are you all gonna talk about my jacket? Does my jacket look dead hot? Again, I'm gonna try to introduce him again. Ladies and gents, make some noise from the bottom all the way from the Bugs. It's real. There you go. He's in. Okay,
Yo, are we finally connected, bro?
we
Hey, but you're breaking up, man.
Sorry, bruh. It's yeah, I think my signal's a bit low. I think okay, no, looks a bit right now. It's load shedding, so you know how it goes with the load shedding. The yeah and there, the signals drop and the signals come back. But as long as you can hear me,
Yeah, I'm running around the posy trying to get a signal.
Oh, that's a good thing. I thought you were just showing
Yeah.
posy.
Hey, bro, I can barely hear you. I wish I could. I'm trying to get a better signal around here.
Is it my volume or am I just breaking up?
No, you're breaking up.
All right, cool. Must I speak
Okay, check here. I'm gonna try to fix the problem. Can you give me maybe 5 more minutes?
5 whole minutes, bro.
Yeah, bro. I'm trying my best here.
No flop. All right,
Okay.
you do you, bro. Go. I don't know where you're gonna buy signal there, but the tuck shop.
How convenient. Just give me 5 minutes. I'm looking for a cable. I'm gonna plug it straight into the Wi-Fi.
Oh yeah, and get headphones also. It helps a bit.
All right, no problem. Right.
Oh yeah, 100 cars. So now, should we watch his curtains and should we talk about his curtains? What are we gonna speak about now? So he's got he's I can tell you something just looking at the background, right? I can tell you he stays with his old lady, right? Because this is an old lady setup. Can you check the curtains? That's an old lady setup that they wait, I'm gonna get to the cabinets. Everyone's looking at the cabinets. You're missing the curtains. Let's start with the curtains. The curtains are a continuation. Can you see that plant on top there? That plant and that curtains, they go hand in hand. So see those curtains, that plant, they go hand in hand. If you look at the curtains, that plant is on that curtain. And then we're gonna go straight over to the left hand side. We can see on top of the cabinets. I don't know what it is. It looks like Shell.
How do we copy that link now?
Yes, but the glasses in there. What plants is that? You know, those are those ones you get at Mr. Price. I don't know if it's even alive because you can see the
Yes, where are the
the root too little for the mountain. Oh, there we go. Shit, we didn't get to the cabinet. Moving. Okay, I see we got the was that the old lady? The air vents. You check that air vent, Chucky. It's got. You know, I know they did the house up recently. Can you check the air vents? It's got the new border around it. It doesn't because the old school they didn't have that like they didn't have the frame. It was flat on the wall. See our air vents? I don't even have fucking air vents. That's why it's so cold. Who's this brought the pillow? Yo, they're so spoiled. Who's this that brought the pillow? This always spoils. It's sick. Can see the next week. He's not married. I can tell you he's not married because no pro ever brings you a cushion. The plant needs water, doesn't need water. The plant doesn't need water. The plant,
I'm out on the floor here, bro. What do you want
there
me to do? I'm trying to get a signal.
it's it. That's his shit.
Look, I'm trying on another PC here because this one's plugged straight into the Wi-Fi now. So
Oh, yeah.
that's the best I'm gonna try and do now.
Oh, flop. Do your best. The old tune that's pillow talk time.
I just lost the link there. I can see you're comfortable in your bedroom there, so I'm also trying to make myself comfortable.
This is how I roll. This is my studio, bro. I've got 4 built-in cupboards behind me, and that's how I roll. If I open it, I'll sell something. That's how I roll. I sell anything. Check the tiles. We got the porcelain tiles there with the. They got they got a trim there. Not bad. One time. Pins and needles. Hey, bro. You mentioned pins and needles. Nadia, hey, that shows your age. Yeah? That shows your age.
Yeah.
Free. I get pins and needles while I'm getting pins and needles, bro. You know that one day you sit still for 5 minutes, eat pins and needles. Find a toilet. Oh my god. The signal is tops. But they tune a coin. Yeah, you see. Hello, Annie Potter. Welcome. What will a man do without a woman? Do you really want the answer to that? Or or Riggs or Riggs lives in a life we all want to live, except for you know, like he's like a cat. You know, when you're falling down, someone just hoists a cushion there. He said the old throw brought a cushion in less than 20 seconds. Like the old didn't even say I'm gonna sit on the ground and there was a cushion already under there. Sits on the floor, no pillow. Sean Ahmad, you see, that's their life, that married life. Where you from, Sean Ahmad? Ahmad. Colored people have those type of surnames, eh? Ahmad. Ahmad. But if you like when you watch those movies when they go in you know when they catch you, they make this name like Ahmad. Ahmad is a very heavy name. When you're watching those movies where they take you to Saudi Arabia and then they hit you with a blindfold and they throw you in the back of a jeep, and then when they pull off that thing, now you're in a tin shack somewhere in Saudi Arabia. Ahmad is the main O. Ahmad's always there. Ahmad. Oh, Ahmad's also in America. What kind? Everyone's in America now. Oh, yeah. Ahmad, I'm looking for friends in America, please, guys. I'm looking for someone who I can buy stuff from eBay and send it to their house, and then they're gonna just put it there in a box for me and write gift, and they're gonna send it back, right? So Ahmad is there. Sorry, I said so much things about Ahmad. It's a beautiful name. There's another brother that's here that's also in America, so you must pull in. Megan Kim Herbs is confused. Gavin Louis. Gavin's in the States, and Ahmad's in the States. Gavin reckons you live longer in the States. No, my friend. No. We've seen the news. We have seen the news, my man. Yo, in the news that we can also even have a specific movement called the Black Lives Matter. You know where it starts in the States, and you know who we are, the Black Lives. So yeah, don't tell me it's easier in the States. This in Durban, in Africa, we know where to not go. In the States, you don't know where to not go. Now you're in a section where it's dangerous, you don't even know. Ahmad got jokes. We have a place that this package is called a post office. We also have a place called a post office, but the packages do go there, but they never come out. Are you back now, cuz? Can you hear me, Riggs?
Right, I can hear you, but look, bro, it's not much better. So I think we're
Oh,
just gonna have to continue like this. Here. Nothing we can do. So what's been happening so far? Who's
bro,
been who's
we
been
just
talking nonsense about me?
we're talking about this. I mean, bro, you got pillows. Because we very everyone in this comment section is very impressed with the fact that the pillow. Say you are like you're falling to the ground, and before you hit the ground, the pillow was already there.
Hey, bro, what can I say? It was just sort of a red carpet.
Yeah, bruh. I'm like,
Or should I say it should have been a red carpet?
that's what I knew. Yeah, no, the red carpets are gonna come, bro. The red carpets are gonna come. Don't worry. Long
Yeah,
as
no,
that, is that your sticky that threw the pillows there for you
yeah, it's my to be.
to be? Or you engaged, or you just
No, 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 no. We just. That's how we talk in Akali. You know this.
oh yeah, yeah. Yeah, that's why she's throwing pillows.
She's always making things soft for me, bro.
Yeah, soft. Yeah, the Marisburg also soft. Now I check for myself. He's also mad soft.
Yes, that joke got me out here on the floor, bro. I was in my studio there. Now I'm here on the floor.
Oh yeah,
Anyway,
but I can hear you clearly, bruh.
okay,
Um,
sure. Yeah, you were breaking up, but we can carry on.
no flop. We used to, bruh. We've had cell phones for a long time. You know how it was with the breaking up.
Yeah.
Uh, so everybody greeted you. I don't know if you even saw them greeting you, but because we were moving around and whatever, so there's a people there. They're happy to see you.
Sure.
I tried to find out some shit about you, so I contacted one two people. I'm like, hey, who's this Brian for real?
Hey,
And I only got good feedback, but there's a lot that I heard about you. So let's
okay.
start off. Let's go right to the beginning. Tell us about where you come from. What's your where you in the Bergs, right?
Yes, Marisburg, Woodlands.
You're fully. I know. Yeah, I had one Brian. I had no. I have no Bras in the Bergs. I had one Brian from Woodlands as well. I can't remember
Okay.
his name. Brendan and his bro.
Then,
Um, yeah, they used to stay on top there. But his name was Trevor. I think he passed away.
mm,
I know.
yeah, I'm very bad with names. So if you show me a face, then I'm alright with it.
That's the most colored thing to say, bro. But anyway, um, even food. So you've been there. You grew up there. That's your vibe. Tell us about your lighty days. How you were you a funny guy? Were you a rapper? Were
No,
you
I wasn't no funny guy. I was a bit of a quiet guy during my primary school days. Going into high school, I was also quiet, and then eventually I broke out of my shell. Had one, two tops, and then came right. And then I got in. Then I got into rap music in high school. That's when I started. I'm 34 years old now, so that was maybe about 17, 18 years old when I started. And the music has just been off and on from there. But for the last 4 or 5 years, I've been really taking it seriously and trying to get it going to make it a career.
okay? And you have so but you have a job, whatever. So you finished school. So
Yes.
what is it that got you into the rap? What was rap your first choice, or was it just music in general? What got you into like the actual rap part of like what made you want to be in the rap scene?
Well, I think it when I first heard the Eminem show. No, it was the Marshall Mathers LP. That's what got me interested in rap. That guy. So yeah, Eminem.
Of course, I loved it. That's what that album came out like in '99, I think, right?
Yes.
99,000. Yeah, yeah. I loved it. That's
Yeah,
one of my favorite Marshall
that's
Mathers albums.
that's correct. So as soon as I heard that, I just knew I wanted to do it myself. So that's where it all started.
Okay, and do you aspire to that type of rhyme style or like that type of content?
Well, at first, yes, but I don't. My style was that at first, but now you got to develop with the times.
You
So
gotta be
right
careful.
now, this it's a whole different kind of ball game now. So I'm mixing some of the old style of rap with the new trap and that kind of thing, because you gotta stay with the times, man. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, so the trap music is it's influenced by the whole trap thing, or you just want to get like have a part of it so that it's got some sort of like
Yeah. Well,
sample.
everything is about a vibe now. So I mean, if you can mix the old kind of stuff, the essence, explaining your story, rhyme schemes, metaphors, and mix it in with the vibe. That's what I'm trying to do right now.
So who's
You know,
your who's your favorite rapper at the moment? Well, not at the moment. Who's your favorite rapper? Let's go. Let's say locally and internationally. So let's choose a local guy and let's choose an international guy. Let's see what's your.
locally, locally, I would have to call up Youngster, man.
You
Youngster's
like,
killing it right now. I love Youngster. I think he's amazing. Lyrically, flow, vibe. He's just got it going on. Seriously.
he used
Nasty C is also good. He's
oh,
also good. But
gets a
my
lot of
first choice is Youngster.
he gets a lot of flack last DC because he doesn't cater for the South African market, so to speak.
Yes, and look, that's one problem I have with him. Look, there's not enough vernac when it comes to Nasty C. He's just way too American, but I understand his style. I understand his music, and we all got to do what we got to do. So, yeah,
And for
I
me,
think
yeah,
he's good.
huh?
Yeah, yeah, I think he's good, man.
Yeah, I also think I actually liked him more when he first kind of landed in the scene and he
Oh
was
yes, oh yes, yes, absolutely, absolutely.
he wasn't a superstar. He was just hungry for music and that's how I liked him that time.
Yeah, that
And
Price mixtape was really good.
yeah.
That Price mixtape was really good. Then he came with Juice back. After that, he started losing me a bit, but yeah, well, I suppose that's how it goes.
He actually lost me with juice back because I couldn't understand who took this brass juice. And
Yeah, but that was a dope song, man. Yeses, I
it was
swear.
dope. That bounce. It was within. And
Yeah,
like I've said this to Chuck and him, I know Chuck and him are listening. Like
young.
youngster, I always have felt that youngster. I met youngster, right? So I met youngster when he had the song. What is it? It was like he just was just breaking in, and he had this song called I don't know. Remember that shit? I don't know. I don't know. I
Yes,
don't
yes,
know. And I met him that time. I didn't know who he was, and I'm like, "Who are you, bruh?"
yeah,
And he gave me his whole story. And he was like, no, he sounded like other people, and he's from the West Cape, and he's from his gully, and he raps on the block and whatever. And he always catches flack for sounding like other people, and he's
yeah,
trying to identify himself as his own sound type of a thing.
yes.
Just
And
before
he's
he
done
kind of
well with it.
he's
He's,
done
he's
well,
running with it like hell.
and but I felt, and I've said this to Chuck Kennedy as well, like the TRO influence in his music, in his style, in what he's been able to grasp. I'm not saying it's the same thing, but I'm saying that I can see that he's paid attention to what, like for example, TRO was or TRO,
Yes,
and he's taken that and put like maybe his Cape Town spin on it, or his because TRO makes you proud of who you are, right? Like that type,
absolutely.
like that's what I've kind
Absolutely.
of gotten from you, like
Yes,
the what is it, the way we tune.
yes,
uh that was the first song I heard. That was the first time I saw you. I was like, yo, this brother he's solid on the mic, he's strong, I can hear him, because that's the main thing, bro. You
yes,
got to hear the old that's rapping. There's a lot of
yeah,
times I can't hear, and the thing is I listen to hip hop, but some dudes I can't hear them, and it's because the thing is,
yes,
for me, I want to make other people listen to it. So if I like something and I'm like, yo, but I gotta listen to this shit, then the other
yeah.
person that I'm trying to like sell you off, they'll be like, yeah, but what do you what did he say there? I'm like, no,
What
he
the
said
best thing? Yeah,
yeah, like, and so like when I first heard your like the way we tune, and I think there's another
yeah,
song that I heard, because when I heard that, I started to kind of dig a little deeper, and I listened to a couple of other like things that you had like
yes,
idly somewhere in YouTube, whatever. Um,
yes.
I could hear what you're saying. So like, how did that kind of come about where you have a distinct kind of rapping style where you like you want to be speaking into the mic in a like I know I perform a lot, so I understand how I want to sound, and
Yes.
like how did you identify that exact thing that you're doing right now with your voice, with your vibe, with slang, with everything? How did you get to that point?
Look, my style didn't actually start off like how you hear on the way we tune, and like how what you hear on More Money. is more or less what I've been doing over the years. And this is my first brain funk song. I took a jab at it, I took a stab at it, and it worked out. And then I did the spree song, and it also worked out. So um, it's my first time identifying with brain funk
Really?
because yes, no. Look, we grew up on TRO. I can rap you all the albums of TRO, and we grew up on it, and I also identify with it. But I'm more identified with the international style of rap, and that's how I started off in my teenage years, trying to do the whole nasty C thing. You see,
Right.
and it's been on and off, on and off, and when I made the way we tune, it gave me a real sense of what I actually need to be doing with my music. So I've been trying to develop a sound over the years, and I feel like I've come to a place now where I'm starting to identify with what I need to do and how I need to go about it. So the the way we tune was a real wake up call for me, and it was really revolutionary in my music career. So yeah.
So it put you on a completely different path to
Yes,
it.
yes, absolutely. Like you're saying, what youngsters been doing. You can listen, you can go back to his earlier mixtapes, and you can hear that he's kept with his sound, and he's just improved on it. And I mean, he's absolutely doing well with it now. So you know, as colored people, we should be doing the same thing. I mean, you get all these Zulu rappers and everybody doing vernac and doing it in their own um, tones, and they're doing it in their own slang and whatever, and they're doing well with it. As colored people, we should be doing the same thing.
Yeah, and like a rapper, can a rapper put out too much music?
No, you should be putting out a lot of music because I mean the industry is flooded, and the competition is stiff out here right now. You know what I'm saying? The more
Right.
music you put, the better I feel.
No, it's like, for example, like you can't keep up with youngsters mixtapes, right? Like youngster
Yo,
drops,
what is he on, like the 30th mixtape or something now? What is it?
so you can't
What am
you
I
can
gonna-
like a song. By the time you like the song, there's like 17 other songs that have
I'm
been.
telling you, you're just running with it like hell.
So you don't think that one can do too much music? It's not possible.
No, I don't think so, bro. Really. What's your opinion on it?
Um, for me, I find that you think you shouldn't die with, like, your creativity is your creativity, right? So you shouldn't die with, like, for me, material. I'll use comedy because that's what I know. So
Yeah,
try and do material all the time. So like you do material and then you go to another gig and you do material and it's different material from the previous
yes,
night. And
yeah,
so what happens is some people like you because they like, this guy, I like this guy because he keeps switching up. And some people
yeah.
like, I don't like this guy because I don't know what the fuck is gonna, I can't keep up with him. So
Oh, I understand. So it's just like you're trying to say it just becomes like monotonous.
it's too
At,
fast. I mean, I can't consume it fast enough. So like,
oh,
how long does it take you to listen to an album?
yeah,
So like, the album comes out, you got it, you put it on in your car, whatever, you drive around, you put on your headphones, you listen to it, give you like a
yeah,
week or two, and then you're
yeah. Well,
done.
look, it all depends on the artist and the artist's following, because I know some artists that release music like hell, and their followers, they keep up pretty well. You know what I'm saying? I mean, there's, who's it, Russ? Is it Russ? Your song a week for 3 years, and his fans just consume it like hell. So it all
Yeah,
just depends on the artist and how well you connecting with your fan base, and things like that.
all right. So yeah, okay, I get it. So it's the way you identify or get your peoples to your followers to identify you. So you said that the way we tune was kind of like a. Just give me a second. I noticed that I didn't plug my left in. Just 1 second, right?
Say, I think he's getting up there. Hmm.
There we go. So like you said, like the way we tune was kind of like a defining point in the direction that you're taking, right? How did
Yes.
how did that how did that come about? How did you get to that point? How did the song come about? How did that happen, bro?
Well, It actually started with Neil Green. I remember he was getting a bit of backlash on East Coast radio because of his
Right,
accent.
right.
And my sister ended up tweeting something. I can't really remember what she said in the tweet. Or the way colored people speak and something like that. And then it ended up getting to him. And then, well, I thought to myself, well, okay, seeing that this is a big problem because, anybody can go on radio these days and speak in their accents,
Yeah,
why can't colored people from Durban, why can't colored people from Maritzburg get on there and talk the way, tune the way we tune? What is the problem? It seems like it's only the colored people from KwaZulu Natal that they got a problem with. So it was kind of offensive in a way. So I had to get in the studio and had to say something about it, and that's just the way the song came about.
wow.
Just-
I like that. I like that because that's the thing, bro. That's literally the thing that we as Durban performers, whatever. That's the thing we
Hmm,
always think. Like I'm bringing Tiro in again because I've said it to them as well. It's like they were the ones who were able to get over every boundary, every fence, everything that was stopping us from talking the way we talk. They were the
yes,
ones kind of they got the furthest, bro. They set the precedent for how far you can go, right?
yeah,
And like for me, I found like there was the freaking like when I first came to Joburg, for me to perform to predominantly white
mm,
Johannesburg, half of them Afrikaans, colored people. That was like
yeah,
the most difficult part was breaking from who I am and then doing
yes,
what is expected, and then when I
yeah,
can when I figured out how to do that thing, then I was only able to come back and then do me. You know what I mean? The me that I
yes,
wanted to be
yes.
when I was there in Durban around the corner, but I never used to speak English. I never none of my sets were in English. My sets were like in slang at the time.
Yeah. So you're going out there now to go and be
Yeah,
somebody you're not.
you can't just
In
say, "Hey, last week I came past, I met up at a pause." They'll be like, "Look at you, like what? What is this guy?" and
Yes. Oh, and it's wrong. It's wrong. I mean, we're the only colored people in South Africa that talk the way we talk. Think about it.
yeah, no, bro, you're speaking to one of the you're speaking to one of the pioneers in trying to push the accent. I'm only trying to push that thing, bro. Like even like you're speaking about like Neil catching flack. I
Yeah.
remember off the bat, Neil's you if you know that Neil's like one of my tightest homeboys, especially in like in comedy and shit. So we started doing comedy together, same day, same gig, everything, and we've been together the entire time.
Yes.
And when he first got onto radio, the first thing he did was he called me and he was like, "Hey, bro, I don't think I can do this shit." Then I'm like, "What do you mean?" He's like, "No." People phone in and he started like people would text in and he showed me these like screenshots of people and the type of shit they were saying and whatever. And
Yeah.
I was like first one to be like, no, my man, that's
Yeah.
more you know what I'm saying? That's more
Yeah.
reason for you to stand for your
To
thing
carry
and
on and push on. Yes, of course.
because but and the funny thing about Neil is his English is amazing. If Neil has to speak English, he's one of
Oh,
English is the Queen's vibe, bruh. He's
you'll,
authentic.
you'll kill Shakespeare, you mean?
He, he'll quote Shakespeare right now. He can. Oh,
Yeah, but that's the case with most of us coloreds out here, bro.
we learn English.
Yeah,
Like,
but we like to talk the way we talk.
yeah, that's yeah. It makes us comfortable. Like
Yeah,
all these people that are moved to America now, you can ask any one of them. They go to like America and you speak English. They don't even think you're from South Africa if you're from Durban because you speak
yeah.
in English. English.
Speaking proper English, exactly. Yeah.
No past tense, present tense, no alliteration. We in there. We can do it.
Absolutely, bro. Yes, sis. No, it's even more. It pushes you more now to go out there and just be who you are and speak the way you want to speak. We shouldn't be feeling any type of way, I feel.
Absolutely, bro. And who's like your dream collab at the moment?
My
Your dream collaboration? Who would you want to do like a joint venture or even just one track with?
locally,
Oh,
internationally.
yeah, let's say somebody that let's say somebody that you could get into that space. Do you know what I'm saying? It can be Nas or something, but it's gonna be hard.
No. Um, Damn, I haven't even really thought about it, man. Yes, sis. I would love to do a song with Joyner.
He's from Josie, right?
I would love to do a song with Joyner Lucas.
Oh yes, Jordan Lucas. So you only thought about that now.
Eh?
You only think about that now.
No, no, no. I've thought about it. I've been listening to some of his new stuff recently, and I'm like, yes, man. I wish I can get a song on a song with this guy. He inspires the hell out of me.
And live, have you been how's it been going on the live scene? Because I know like there's not a lot of live hip hop. Like before in the 90s, it was mad, right? Like you could go to like the Bat Center, and there was always like these pop up shows where also doing bars, and they had like a lot of things going, right?
Yeah.
How's it going with like do how many live do you get enough live time to get into? I mean, obviously we're coming from a lockdown.
No,
No,
actually not. Actually not. This is my first live interview. Believe
what?
it or not, I'm telling you. So I also did an interview with Neil Green at East Coast Radio, the once, and that was my first one. Well, this is my second one now.
Okay.
So yeah,
So you think that, well, it's been like performances. They haven't been. I guess it's been a bit cold now because you weren't allowed
absolutely.
to perform.
Yes.
And like some was like they were spoiled. Like they don't like now. When you think in retrospect, a lot of dudes you were spoiled by the fact that you could perform every time, every week, every Sunday.
I'm
Um,
I'm telling you. I'm telling you. Now that's got taken away from us. Oh, but we did a show last weekend. I did a show with Chucky. They came down. They were in Eastwood. We did a show. Went very well. We did a show here in Eastwood. And before COVID, yo, we were performing like hell, man. You know, Joburg, Durban, all around here in the Kali. We were performing, especially
and
after the winter tune.
how is it when you going to other cities? I don't like. Are you doing what you do? I guess in Durban, or do you have to like kind of feel it out? Or is it just the same?
No, it's just the same. This Joburg show was just the same. And look, a lot of Joburg people, they are familiar with us, that side, you know. And I was even surprised to find out that a lot of people, they came out to see the way we tune and came to listen to the way we tune because, believe it or not, the Justas, they smack the way we tune as well.
Of course they do. That's why they always. and
Some of the Joburg people, they don't even like the way those colored people talk that side. They
yeah,
like the way we tune over here.
but it's in us, bro. Like even in Durban, there's people who don't like how each other's sound and that type
Yeah,
of
oh yeah, for sure. Absolutely.
thing. And so like the way we tune got like hundreds of thousands of views on YouTube, right?
Yeah, it's over 100,000 on YouTube now. It's about 200,000 on Facebook.
Shit. And that's
Yeah.
that's that's the Kali flame that's the Kali flame that gets you out, right? That's
Yes.
what gets you the recognition, right? And
Yes. Yeah.
so you did the show last weekend, and
Yeah.
I saw snippets of your thing, your video. Is it upcoming? Is it upcoming thing?
We, which one? More money? Because I've got three. I've got three that I've put out. I've got put three snippets out. I've got three videos that are going to drop now.
Right. I have three. I don't know if there's one where there's like looks like strippers or something. And I
Yeah,
saw,
that's more money. Yeah.
oh, that
So
for the
that
same for the same jam, yeah.
yes, that was the same one that you were just playing just now.
All right.
Yeah.
Let's
So
let's
that one should drop in the next 2 or 3 weeks.
3 weeks.
Yes.
It's it now.
Look, that song was released a few months back, right? And then we only shot the video for it about 2 weeks ago.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, before this video drops, I'm dropping a promo. I'm dropping a promo video first before that one drops. That's going to be the second one to drop.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah.
It looked very racy. It's got like you know because like you can't watch hip hop videos with your whole family. It's
No, you can't.
it's
No, you
sad, bro.
can't.
It's
Yeah.
not
Look, look, you see the way we tune was, it was more of my, I don't want to call it bubblegum. It was more of my, softer,
User friendly.
kind of, yeah,
User friendly.
user-friendly kind of a song, yeah.
That,
So there's definitely harder tracks that I do. So
but you have full albums out. Are they full albums that we can access?
yes, I've got a mixtape, a 14-track mixtape. That's the one with the way we tune on it, and when we on a spree. I don't know if you heard when we on a spree.
Yes.
That I released in 2019.
Yes, I remember
Yeah,
it. I got like little bits of it because my
yeah,
friends are dicks. So they like, yo, listen to this song. But then when I don't do my own homework, then I won't
yeah.
get. So do you list your shit on like iTunes and all that shit, or you still
Yes.
separate?
Now I'm busy sorting all that stuff out right now at the moment. I'm busy up with Samro now and Risa and Capasso. I've just registered with all those people, and then I'm sorting out DistroKid, getting my iTunes set up, Spotify, and all that. So I'll be dropping all the links for all those things, and I'll let people know where to get it because there's more music coming, hell of a lot more.
Before you sign any contracts, you must speak to Paul, Jackie. Those- they'll tell you how to not get into a contractual mourner for the rest of your life.
Yeah, no, definitely. I've got, Chucky's been mentoring me well when it comes to that, the business side of, this whole music thing. He's been guiding me well. So, I'm glad I've got those kind of people in my corner to help me with whatever I need. He's been advising me over the years. So, you know, I feel I got some safe people that are guiding me very well.
It's good. You have to have a team, right? And you have to have a solid team that has your interests a lot.
Yes, no,
So
absolutely. Yeah.
are you one of those old that like those rappers that just start rapping for no reason? Are you those? Are you
No, no,
one?
no,
Like,
no, no, no. I'm not one of those. You'll really have to beat me up to get a verse out of me.
you don't freestyle and because I know
No,
most.
no,
Yeah,
I
no, no.
don't do. My bras do all those things. I'm more of an intricate writer kind of a guy.
Oh, so okay? You want to think about shit before you say it. Uh,
Yeah.
do you have a
Sometimes.
do you have a crew?
Yeah. I just actually got back with one of my older friends that I was in a group with when I was in my early 20s, and he's actually on the second verse. His name is Young Mickey, and we actually released an EP now, a 6-track EP, and we're gonna also be shooting more videos for that as well. So I just teamed up with him again now, and he's back on the ball. So we've also got music coming out, hell of a lot. We're also working on our second EP right now at the moment. That's also going to be dropping soon. So yeah, I also got my own solo stuff that I'm doing. So yeah, man,
And is that the same one that had a like a diss track with Jet? That the
that's
same?
correct. That's correct. That's the same guy.
Okay, that's the only time I was like, okay. I was just like researching local hip hop, and I saw this track. I was like, I know Jet is from Durban, and then I'm like, this guy's from it. So like Durban, Maritzburg, has it ever been like has it ever been like a East Coast West Coast thing about?
No, it's never
Oh,
been that. I mean, it wasn't that kind of beef, Tupac and Biggie kind of beef. You know what I'm saying? It was just a rap battle.
yeah. How did that?
We, me and the Turbinos, be cool.
Okay, so I was all listening. Oh, this all got a lot to say. Oh, okay. So you planning? Obviously, it feels like we're going into another lockdown now because, or not even a lockdown, another wave, right?
Hey, you
So
don't even talk like that, man. You're
it's
gonna
gonna
kill us, man.
slow us down, bruh.
Yeah,
Um,
it's slowing us down like hell.
so is this Mickey? Is this Mickey here? Mickey Gordon.
Yeah, that's him there. He commented, he loved.
All I remember for the thing, Jet, you're a mouse Mickey. I was like, yes, I don't know who's Mickey, but that wasn't nice, bruh.
Well, you know what? Yo, what we need to do is we need to go back and review that battle, and we need to actually sort out the audio of my homie's verse, and you need to listen to that verse properly
Cool.
because I listened to that, and I don't know. We need to review that one properly.
we're gonna reignite this thing now. So you got a studio. You're the owner of the studios. You must put the thing together, bro. So
Yeah,
Mickey's verse was a little bit breaking up there, and then
yeah.
but Jet did sound strong on that day. Like you could hear him.
Mm.
Mick's visuals were a little bit blurry as well. There was a lot going on there. And at the end of the day, but so Mickey's still busy. You're still busy together. Do you'll have a producer, or you're producing? Are you producing in house? How you're putting out product, bruh?
Look, we outsource our production, and then once we got in the beats, then we write and engineer everything ourselves.
Okay, so they're in your space. There you busy.
Yes, like where I was that. That's where we cook up the heat, man. Right here.
Away, and you
Yeah,
crafting, or you busy
yeah.
with music?
No, I'm working. I'm working. I'm a spray painter actually.
Okay.
So yeah, man, I grind whole day, then I gotta come back and do the music. Shit ain't easy, boss.
Yeah, no, it sounds like a perfect hip hop. It's a perfect.
Sounds like a perfect hip hop fairy tale, isn't it?
exactly that, bruh. It's because in your movie, one day when they're doing the movie when they're doing your biography, they're gonna show you there. You're gonna be spraying a cab, and then
Oh,
Chucky's gonna be phoning you. You're gonna open
yo.
I got a sticky here dropping pillows underneath me. Give me this thing here.
Let's get to the stage.
I'm listening.
And
She's
then
actually, she's actually become my manager now. You can see how well she's managing me.
bro, I can check. You know what? I can see she hasn't got the graph yet. She's still there. She's still throwing pillows. Next thing she's gonna be the pillows that are fully good, they're full of money and shit. Then you're like, okay, now you got a graph.
Catching me.
Yo, this is catching me. Yeah. My woodlands, obviously.
Hey,
So now check here. This is the thing, bro. Whenever there's a rapper, everyone's gonna ask for pause. Can you see the comments, right? You can see the
yeah,
comments. Okay. You
okay,
can check for pause.
yeah.
I got a story to tell. So Tupac or Biggie for you, bro?
Biggie.
Biggie. Yeah, Biggie for me. Why? Because of everything.
Hey, man,
There's
he's just
nothing.
got his flow. He's also got some essence, bro. I just don't know. I just latched on to Biggie more. I think he's a better rapper. If you're gonna put it like that.
Yeah. But isn't it a bit unfair to compare the two though?
It is, but I mean, what can we do? You wanna compare Ferrari and a Mercedes Benz? What? It's your preference. You know what I'm saying? Obviously, you're gonna say the Ferrari's faster and whatever, but at the end of the day, it's your preference. So we're talking about preference at the end of the day. So my preference is Biggie. I know a lot of people will say Tupac. You know what I'm saying? That's their preference. So I don't know.
Yeah. Because Tupac's lucky to listen to on our way to a fight or something.
True. He's a hell of a lyricist. He can get you going.
Yeah. But you can't listen to Biggie on the way to a para. You gotta
No.
be like something
Yeah.
makes a six spectacular. By the time you get there, you're gonna get best, bruh. So you have a lot of comedians in your videos, bruh. How does that happen?
Through Chucky.
Oh, so
Chucky
being,
brought him down.
okay, because I see that Coven said young, because Coven is Coven is a thing, right? He's a rapper, MC. He traveled even
No,
over to New York as a rapper. Did you know that? Did you know that Coven went to New York as a rapper? That
I
Coven's
don't believe you.
Coven.
What?
Oh, he's a rapper, bruh. He was rapping for Christ.
Really?
Coven, hey, you play games, bruh. Coven's a rapper. The battle wasn't a fair intro to his music, but it was what it was. Hey, bruh, Jet's my bruh, so we're gonna have to. I don't know what we're gonna have to do here. We're gonna have to clean up those lyrics there again, and we're gonna have to re-listen to this whole thing again and see what happened. You know what I'm saying? Because if there's And I value Covin's opinion.
Corbin said
Covin Jr.
that
was unfair.
wasn't a fair intro to his music, but it is what it is. Okay.
So he must, so on your next track when Mickey comes in, you must go Mickey. Every time he raps, before he raps, he must always tune Mickey. So we know it's Mickey. You check, Mickey mustn't go un- It must be like that Jason Derulo every time he comes on. He must say Mickey. Then Mickey must. But I don't listen to Mickey's verse though. Mickey's verse was fire. I'm gonna keep it that way.
Yeah.
So these are all big info verses. I don't know. I don't know. As a comedian, me, I don't tell jokes. The jokes come. Jokes come. They come. If they don't come, fuck they.
They don't come. Yeah, what can you do? Like for us too, sometimes we sit in the studio all night, nothing comes. And sometimes you come up with something, you like, stash that side, stash it that, yes. And then tracks like More Money come and the way we tune. You know what I'm saying? It's just the way it goes.
So what percentage you say is in the bin?
Say again?
What percentage you say is in the bin? So you get there, let's say it's 100% is everything, and then what you put out, you give a percentage, let's say 30-40%. So how much of the shit that
Well, Jade is saying 10%. I'm gonna say about 30 to 40% actually.
is in the
So
bin?
yeah, so 60 to 70% of what I do, I feel is not released. Oh, are you asking whether it's released or whether it's in the bin?
Because some really keeping shit and throwing shit away. Because some shit, like even us, we write. Me, I write, bruh. I sit in the night. You know what time? I write like 3 in the morning, bruh. Like when the whole family is sleeping, I'm sitting with a pen and I'm writing random shit because I can't sleep. That's when I write. And then I leave it for 2 or 3 days and I pick it up and I read it and I'm like, two cabbages open. I'm like, what the fuck is this?
Yes.
And I quit that away. But it's a high percentage, right? It's
Yeah.
but yeah, I have confidence. You know, I say to myself though, like, listen, if I took the time to put this thing down on paper, there
Yeah.
has to have been something. So I convinced myself that this shit's dope. Do you know what I mean? I convinced
Yes.
myself it's dope, bro. And then
Yeah.
you go out and you do it. Like I'll go out, I'll do it. So I'm like, yo, bro, hey, 2 cabbages, a banana, and whatever. Even I'm like, okay. I'm like, okay, I knew it wasn't gonna work, but at least I tried.
Yeah.
And then I tried
Yeah.
again. But like
Yeah.
with music, it's out. You can't recall it, right? It's gone. Like if I say
Yes.
if you put out any song, or even if we just put out a 20-second video of like I was freestyling or this is what I wrote yesterday, it belongs to the world now. They're gonna
Yeah.
judge you on next year when you put out a real album or when you're on radio getting an interview, or they're gonna be like, this Brian, we saw that because he did that day. That shit.
Yeah. In fact, I was just actually doing that today. I went in and I just went to go dig into the catalog, into the archives, just to see what was going on. I had a couple of ones. I even, okay, not that one. Definitely not playing it again. That one, okay, that one got potential. Right, let's carry on working on it. This one, and then you get those ones that are like, we don't know. Maybe we must just re-record it, rewrite it. You know, you get those kind of
But it,
tracks, those kind of vibes.
if you throw things away, that's what helps you get better. Because
Yeah,
if you keep hanging on to things, then it's
yeah,
gonna where you at.
yeah,
So
absolutely. Yeah,
so you want to get rid of shit. So like
yes.
see Chucky, the ever peace, the peace brigade. Don't
Uh,
throw.
yeah, Jackie, what he's saying now. There'll be no revisiting, no battle. I think they want to keep that one under their belt.
Yeah, that's funny. He's like, no, that's also the call his bras now. Plus, who he's been writing. It was a long time, bro. When was that? That was like 2011, I think. 2000, probably 2000.
Yeah, absolutely. I think Mickey was still in Australia,
No,
New
it was
Zealand. Yeah,
you fight there and he came back.
yeah. He went there, he came back. He went there, he came back.
Oh, what kind, Mickey? You up and down. You like
Yeah.
New Zealand. both
Yeah, you
ways.
know how it goes, bro. Looking for graph and trying to make moves and that kind of thing, bro. You know?
Yeah, it's true. So people know Jets and Mickey. So how come you haven't done it? How come you haven't ever done it thing with Jets?
Um, I'm on a track with I don't know if you know Sir Lino, the first, Dale Parkins. He invited me on a song with Jet. It's not released yet, but that's the first song I got on with Jet. He's doing the second verse, I'm doing the third verse. It's Dale's song. I don't know if you know Dale. Lino.
Which what's Dale's surname?
Parkins, Dale Parkins.
No. I've never. Bro, the thing is, you don't even have real names. Like you have what's drama? What's drama, Ixie? Why do they call you drama?
That was a nickname given to me by my friends.
Oh, it's not like that you wanna roll with cuz. you know.
Hey, yeah, well, look, my first rap name when I was a teenager, I started off as Riggz, and then I tried to change my whole persona and trying to change my whole sound, and then I called myself Ryan Drama. And then when I moved back to Maritzburg, I was in another group with a guy. After things went wrong with him, I decided no. I think old Riggz still got something to say, so I went back to that
Oh,
name, and then the way we tune came, and then this whole new
oh,
movement came.
I thought that it went so bad with the other bride. I don't even wanted to say his name. You like it went.
Yes, absolutely. It did really go bad with that whole thing. So I couldn't have that energy still lingering on me. So I had to change the whole game plan.
That's good. That's good, bruh. But you need those. You know that, right? You need them. If you didn't have
Absolutely.
that, bruh shows you that that's not how you want to be.
No,
That's
absolutely. Yeah.
you don't recognize it at the time, but when you finish, you're like, oh, that's actually okay. It's fine, but I don't want to be there. That's not the
Yeah.
vibe. There we go.
Yeah.
That's Rick's battle leagues.
No, not a battle MC. Mickey is. He's that guy.
There's no, but isn't there some sort of like a I'm gonna sleep so lucky tonight feeling of having like a battle? You know what I'm
Feeling
saying?
off?
Like after battle, you can go home and toss. You like, you know what, bruh? I can battle. I've been writing because battle always they pretend that they're just saying that shit, but they're not just saying that shit. They've been thinking about that shit for a long time, right? It's not a.
Oh,
It's a.
wait,
So when
you breaking up there, bro. Just say that again.
I come back, so like I'm saying, like when you do a like that battle, you know that bravado you get from beating someone at something. It's like
Yes.
playing one with basketball or when so you go in there, you battle. When you battle this bruh and you beat this bruh, isn't there that thing where you like when you vibe posing now, it's like, yo, it's luck. I'm parking on my yellow pillow now. I'm fucking I'm a king of battling. You know what I'm saying? Isn't that thing there?
You're not gonna let this pillow go. You're not gonna let this pillow thing go. Eh? Look, you're gonna have to talk to Mickey about that. He's he's that guy. So look, I don't say I don't battle. I mean, I'm a rapper at the end of the day, and you know, if somebody's talking nonsense on a track about me, I'm gonna have to write some dispos. What can I do? You know what I'm saying? But I don't go out looking for it. I'm not out here looking to battle anybody. I just wanna make some good music.
Okay, so you've never done a diss track, you've never done this bars, you've never done that shit before. Never.
Well, in high school, there was a lot of that going on. You know,
Wow.
when you're coming out, you know, rapping tea time, rapping at lunchtime, you know, every day, you know, the all the rappers in the school they're coming with verses. You know, it was kind of like that. Not more or less what Mickey was doing. You know, just sing. You know, I just used to do ciphers and that kind of thing. So
Yeah.
that was my kind of like my battle rap, if you
But
want to
you have
put it.
to do it, right? That's kind of your rites of passage. Because if you don't do that part of it, you're never gonna
Yeah.
get to the next
No,
part.
no, absolutely not. I mean, you gotta pay some dues. You gotta pay some dues. You can't just come into this without going through that phase first.
Oh
So
yeah. I hope you
yeah,
got your
I
note.
feel yeah.
No, carry on,
I
carry on.
see. I feel I'm at a phase now where I just want to be making good music. You know.
I feel
So
you. It's a
yeah,
good space to be in, bruh.
yeah.
And I hope you got your notebook there because you obviously I want to hear one, two bars, bruh. If you got, I'm sure you got your notebook there. You got two laptops in front of you.
Yeah, well, I'm sure I can drop something for you.
Let's Corbin should reach as a battle champ.
This is the battle champ. Who's that now?
That's me, cuz I'm the champ of battling, fam. Hey, my man, don't even get me started. So we before I want to hear some pause. Okay, let's first hear some pause, and then we'll wrap up with some feel good information. I'm a battle, so I'm a thing. I won the roast battle in the Comedy Central roast battles. I'm the best. I was the best quarter in South Africa in 2016 or 17. So that's why Coven is saying that, because you can't outquar me, I'll quar you. Even Mickey, you can come with Mickey.
I can't believe Corbin was a rapper. Unbelievable.
Bruh, go Google Coven. If you Google Coven now, you'll check pictures of him in New York with his rap battle, with his rap crew there, standing in the streets of London. That always around the world as a rapper.
Yes, that was
What
right.
what she's gonna bring you now? Tea.
No, no,
I'm gonna flap the pillow. The pillow's getting a bit flat there.
no. I just asked for, as you say, the pad.
Oh,
Just
yeah.
want to see something.
Oh, yeah.
But anyway, I got some pause in my head. It's fine.
Check. Oh, the should have bumpy. The old bumpy, but that's my standard. I'm a standard bumper. The thing is, with bumpers is a thing. Someone's bump for a bad reason, someone's bump for a good reason.
Oh,
I try to make you become a better person. Away. The song's gonna drop pause now. Before the song drops pause, you'll need to show some love in the comments, put some hearts and some claps and some things there so that we can see that you're here, because you're all begging. And I can see there's heavy stories going on about people's liver and God is great, and like there's a lot going on over here in the comments. So let's take a moment to just regather ourselves. What kind Puri? Did you only rock up now, cuz? So let's put ourselves, show some claps, show some love, because this prize we are ready to drop his things. And so somebody sick in this, and I hope you get well. D3 is there, there's the claps coming. You can see that shit coming there, bruh.
that's Daz. I'm sitting in the lounge with my old lady over here, so I'm trying to think of a verse where I'm not going too hard. Yo,
your old lady doesn't listen to your music.
She does, and then she only listens to those ones that are like, but the other one, she's like, I'm gonna pray for you on Sunday. I'm telling you, I'm going to church and start fasting for you.
So that's what you want. That's exactly the plan. I want you to pray for me. Should not put our hands on our ears. We might have to do to us. They should to block our eyes or block our ears. You can't watch this here.
Yeah. Now I have to tell her, right, ma, block your ears. Like I'm gonna tell her, ma, block your ears.
Oh. Oh yeah. Let's go. First freestyle ever on the Radio of Color. Just first interview on the Radio of Color for you. First freestyle. No one has ever freestyle, and I've had fucking rappers for days, bruh. They all bang.
Pause. You want pause?
Let's go.
Okay, check it out. My balls on the track are so infectious. I make niggas sick inside their solar plexus. Too complex for you to cope and get this. I'm going all in like there's an open entrance. So intimidating and I'm so relentless. I can actually see me penetrate your soul's defenses. I rely solely on my own dependence. So I ain't trying to link up like a broken necklace. I be cold and reckless on my flow's connections. Hit you in your chest till you choking breathless. Focus methods, music so stupendous. You can put me with the best cause it shows resemblance. Clothing menace, I'm a goat with essence. I'm a sinner, I'm a heathen, I show no repentance. And ever since a youngin' in my adolescence, I had to pass some lessons to get my ass some blessings. Now my avid presence shows my past intentions of wanting to be the best. I'm not your average freshman. So more, what? Oh, damn, I forgot my lyrics. Okay, check it out. Yeah, boy, I forgot my lyrics now. Yo.
Dog, don't.
I got more for you.
Great.
Yeah. Okay, Muller talks, all that bullshit walks. Put a house up on the hills. I'm trying to move abroad. A brighter future, something I'm just trying to move towards. So be careful, yo, cause I just might be sucking yours. I don't need no approvals and no cosigns. I don't need for you to tell me I got dope rhymes. I certify my own talent, dope. Oh my, I make them see the talent for themselves when I show minds. I might be coming off so arrogant, but in reality, I consider this the narrative. I criticize myself and give myself analysis. I'm adamant that if it's not like this, then I'm inadequate. I'm bringing changes, man. I'm really my own catalyst in competition with myself. I'm bringing my own challenges. Self-taught, I taught myself how to manage it. So if I fail, I only blame myself for the damages. Yeah, that's all I got for you.
That's dope, bro. Let me hit the horns. Hit the horns. Come on, horns. You can do it. Come on, horns. I love that, bro. That's dope, bro. Bro, thank you for that. That's something that we've struggled to get any rapper on here to do anything, nothing, and that was.
I wasn't actually coming expecting to do any kind of rap. I told Daz to tell you, please don't tell me to rap.
Yeah.
But I had to tell you put me on the spot, bro.
It's interactive, bro. But the thing is, you know what I love about when you see like it's passion, bro, because you can see the difference between you talking, you chilling, and you like we having a normal conversation. But when you start doing the thing that is within you, bro, you can it's a complete flip around, bro. It's a change. That's for me. That's what I always you recognize. Do you know what I mean? Because you can see some dudes, bro. Some dudes can do bars or whatever, but the passion is a different thing. Do you know what I'm saying? Like like your eyes are red, bro. It looks like you wanna cry. You know?
I'm tired, bro. I got work in the morning, so I'm good.
But that was so dope, bro. Like I can't even like you can see all the comments.
Yeah,
bro.
I'm checking the comments. Yes, sis.
You within there, bro.
Oh, thank you everybody for commenting.
Yeah, bro. It's real. I love that it's real, bro. What time you going to grab tomorrow? Because we can tell another hour still.
No, I'm good to go, bro. However long you want me over here, we can go.
No, I'm joking, bro. We're behind you 100%. You know what? I'm gonna rubber stamp what Coven just said now. Because I'm all about the thing. I'm all about the thing. So if there's ever a moment where I can do something or let people hear, I do it, and I'd love to do it, bro. Professionalism is a change from the norm. But you can see that's exactly what I'm just saying now. You can see the difference between that's just rapping and that's rapping because this is what is inside you. This is what you want to do. This is where the passion stands, bro. And it's so dope to see, bro.
Yeah.
See, it's not only me. Voice change, true passion. You can see it, bro. So I'm just giving you I'm giving you mad props. That is it's not like every day that you see. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Hope you go far. That's always the hope. We always hope you go far.
Yeah. And same with you too, bro. Same with you too.
Short, bro. She wants you to move the blood. But thanks for the bars, bro. Like literally, you the first that is like out of all anybody that's ever dropped the bars on you. Calvin's listening on Calvin answer my phone when I'm calling you, guys.
You phoning him right now?
No, he doesn't answer me, bro. Then I message him. Then he asks me why am I messaging him. What, bro? You see, you know, when your bras get famous, even when you get famous, you're gonna start doing that to your bras too. And be like,
I can never do that, bro.
That's what you're saying now. But when you don't answer, then you send him a message to say why you phoned me. You know that thing. But cause all the best, bro. Like honestly, my man, like for me, like the colored pride is really within me, bro. And I always want to see our brothers doing better, our brothers doing well, our brothers shining. You know what I mean? So from me, cause honestly, I want to see people hearing your voice. You know what I'm saying? So let's keep the energy, bro. It's mad. Like you're saying, you're sitting in there, you're throwing things away, you picking things up, you creating, you deleting, revisiting, and that's kind of the essence of pushing yourself to the next thing, because you have to be your biggest fan and your biggest critic. You
Yeah,
know what I mean? And I can see it.
absolutely.
It's amazing, bro.
Yeah.
But
That's why I said in the freestyle just now, I criticize myself and give myself analysis. I'm adamant that if it's not like this, then I'm inadequate. I'm bringing changes, man. I'm really my own catalyst in competition with myself. I'm bringing my own challenges. That's what I
it, bro.
said.
That's exactly what I did, bro. And I'm gonna post that thing tomorrow, and then we're gonna let people see this shit. And also I'll post this thing on YouTube, so you can always revisit it at your leisure whenever you want to.
Yeah, sure.
But it's been amazing to chat with you guys, because I didn't know you before this, but now I feel like we 40% bras now. I added
Shots.
you on I added you on Facebook.
WhatsApp. Yeah, bro. We better be talking. I hope I can touch base with you soon. You know what I'm saying? Where you in Josie?
I'm in Josie, cuz Josie.
Hey, bro, I feel Maritzburg is way colder than Joburg. Yes, as I'm telling you.
No, cuz. Yeah, but Mattersburg is cold. It's cold. I'll give Mattersburg its props, cuz. Mattersburg's cold.
That's, that's a hole out here. It's a sleepy hollow, boss. It's cold.
No, it is cold out there. Because when you're leaving Durban, you're like, okay, sharp, we have a Mattersburg now. But if you ever want to promote something, or you ever want to push something, even if it's via this channel, which is through this exact show, if you want to come on again when you drop your video, or if you drop your whatever, bruh, tap me, hit me up. This is it. So
Absolutely.
like, thanks to D3 for putting you on, bruh, because this is exactly what I look for. I'm looking for Oz like you, bruh, like Oz that are even though Mickey, bruh, we can bring Mickey in, we can talk, we can push Mickey
Yes.
through the grinder. Let's see how he comes out on the other side.
Absolutely. No, he needs to be put in the grinder. I think let's get another interview going, and then let's get him on. We can interview both of us. We can have a good talk, sit down, whatever, get another pillow. You know how it goes.
Mickey must take his throw with him. Using that down for him.
We must get his.
Yeah, but I also would like to see like all LOs in music in Durban, especially because of how East Coast Flavor started out and how it fizzled out at the same time. It was kind of a hoorah and then it disappeared. So I would like to see the O's in Durban collaborating and making a voice, bruh, like pushing their shit. Like Cape Town, like how you recognize youngsters, the O's must look at Durban and recognize us, bruh.
Absolutely.
We need them. Like
Yeah.
you're the new generation, bruh. Like
Yeah.
you have a lighty under you that you like starting to show him this is how it's supposed to be. Like Daniel showing you, then you gotta push it on to the next door, and then we gotta create our voice, bro. The way we tune, we gotta put it out. And
Absolutely. And I feel like Brain Funk didn't make it as far as it should. I know it went, Tiro performed all over the world. Chucky tells me a lot of stories, but it still needs to continue. And Brain Funk needs to be, it needs to get out there, and it needs to become an actual proper genre it needs to be Tara. It needs to come out now, and need more of our colored O's coming out and being proud of the way they talk and really getting that music out there like that.
the 2000, the new millennium version of the Brain Funk.
That's correct. That's correct.
And I can feel it, and I think that you're on top of it. Don't drop, don't slow down. So we're gonna close now, but thanks for your time, cuz. Before we go, what's the next for you? What's about to happen? Where can we find? What are you about to do that people can follow, people can check out? We'll follow obviously social media and stuff.
Yes.
So you're gonna do, whether it be a live, whether it be a stream, whether something's gonna happen, you're performing, album, video, you're doing something. What's next? What can we expect, and when can we expect it, and how can we look out for it, bro?
In the next week, I'm gonna be dropping a promo video, and it's gonna be dropping on Instagram. You can find me at Ryan_Drama_ on Facebook, Riggz, or Ryan Drama Hoskins. It'll be dropping on there, and YouTube as well. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel. After that, then more money is gonna drop. And then I've got another video after that where I'm doing a little bit of more of a personal song that I wrote for my family. First verse I wrote for my parents, second verse I wrote for my son, and third verse I wrote for my sister. So I'm just giving the people a little bit of an insight on who I am, what I'm about, and that kind of thing. So my storytelling music is gonna come out now.
How long before that's about to happen, cuz?
Um, in the next month and a half, that video is gonna drop. But I'm first drop all this more money and the promo video.
So in time for like spring. By the time spring lands, you're gonna land summer. Everybody.
Absolutely, absolutely. I'm planning it for summer. That's correct.
Yeah, no way. No, that's dope, bruh. So yeah, man. If you let people follow this, bruh, you can see he's doing things. He's got Chucky behind him, so that's never a bad thing. They're gonna do. I feel confident. But it's just been a dope interview. Before, like I said, like this was literally the first time I ever seen you, spoken to you. I think I met you and we said what kind. That was it. And this has been
Yeah,
very comfortable. It's been very comfortable, very easy. A
yeah.
lot of information, dope bars. Uh, I see things. So the people are gonna be behind you. Let's all get behind this, Brian. And thanks again for your time, cuz.
Thanks,
Today,
Richie. Appreciate it, bro.
yeah, man. Thank you, cuz. Thanks, guys, for sticking out and for hanging because there's a show didn't happen before this. I got paranoid because I didn't. I'm like, oh, they're gonna stay up till 10 or they're gonna go to bed. I didn't know.
Hey,
Load
I'm
shedding.
telling you.
So I knew there'll be rappers. Yeah, I knew there'll be one, two rappers. But everybody else is here. Cuz shout out to you for showing yourself so strong, right? You showed yourself in a strong light. Thanks to you, cuz. Thanks to everybody else. You'll know the story. I'm Richelieu Bonwa. This is Riggz. Catch me next week, Thursday. Something's gonna happen. If it's not load shedding. Good night, everyone. Enjoy the rest of your lives. Away.
Bye bye.